I don't know when or if people will even come into this. I'm a little irritated right now. I literally just got done filming maybe 45 minutes ago this look, and I went to import all the footage off the SD card. There was like 8 videos recorded, and now it's asking me to format my card. So, needless to say, I'm not having a good day so far. It rained outside. Hey, Amanda. Well, you know, chewing with a puppy isn't a good thing. I understand that they teeth, and I know when Emily started doing that, she was biting us. We had to, there's like a little nub inside their mouth just past their teeth, but you also have to be careful. Right here on their nose is like an indent, and if you cover that, it'll like cause them to stop breathing. But if you push that little nub and pinch it, and if you reach up above, you're gonna reach up above and grab that little like teething nub. It's what they use to get suction when nursing. If you grab that and you pinch down, and you're putting pressure on that nub on the roof of their mouth, and you tell them no bite, it usually works pretty good. I've never had issues with a dog biting. After you do that a few times, they learn that not only the pain, it's like a little bit painful or uncomfortable for them, and the sensation of you saying no bite, not no bite or don't bite, because then they're thinking you're playing. If you are firm in how you say it, like the oh shit mom voice, then they'll be like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. So biting people when they're puppies, I understand it's cute, but it gets old really quick, especially when they grow up and they become ankle biters. Yeah, I saw your post on Facebook about it. I didn't comment because not everybody likes it because it's considered mean. But no, if you have an animal that's biting, with a dog, like some people I know, they'll flick their dog in the nose and tell them no bite. I don't think that's cool, but it's like a pressure point on the inside of their mouth, just past their front teeth on the top. And if you, you know what? I have like 5 DVDs that I found going through all those movies that are on training your dog and training your puppy. If you want, I will mail them to you. We don't have any need for them. It's like one of them is how to train your puppy, and one of them is how to socialize, and yeah. Well, I mean, and he's a small dog, so yeah. And if you hear snoring, it's not me, I promise. It's in the tub. I was in here filming, and I'm like doing an eye look. I'm like, I'm like, I didn't think he was in here, and I moved the shower curtain, and he's in the back of the tub going. I'm like, Bobby. I was like, you're snoring so loud, I can hear it. So, just to show you, like, literally, tub. See? Kitty in tub. And what's bad is I can turn the water on, and he doesn't he doesn't get up until the top starts to come on. As soon as the top starts running, he's like, and he'll get out. Now, he's really good in a bath, and he's really weird in a bath. If I'm standing up, he's trying to get out. If I'm sitting down, he'll come get in my lap and sit down. If I'm like, put my legs out, he'll just come and sit down, and I flip him over on his back and put soap on him and whatnot, and he'll stay perfectly fine. As long as my ass is on the bottom of the tub, he stays. But if I stand up, he's like, escape! So it's been a rough day so far for me. All the videos that I have been pre-filming, 3 different swatch videos, a video that I filmed, which was an idea I had like last year. I got that filmed, and I started a new like project. So there's 2 videos of that project that were filmed, one today, one yesterday, and then I did like a morning skincare like update kind of video, and all of it's gone. The SD card, every time I try and put it in my computer, says it wants to format. So I'm trying to get my computer to like recover it. That's not working too good. I spent like 45 minutes just fighting with that because I was going to go live like before 2 o'clock. But yeah, I have some updates, some surprises, an unboxing, and a Shop My Stash recap. So since you're really the only one in here, what do you want to talk about first? What do you want to see first? Do you want to see what I use this month and what's going technically in the garbage, which will, both of them were part of my project pan anyways, but they're so far gone I can't use them anymore. Do you want to do the unboxing? Do you want to hear like the surprise update, that kind of thing? What do you want to listen to? I forgot I gotta get something out of here. No snoring, buddy. No snoring. Mommy loves you, but no snoring. I'm not opening this because I'm hot. Updates. Okay, so I've got videos scheduled till like mid next week, but with me losing 8 videos, that's like, I filmed 4 of those videos all in one day. So the look that I'm wearing right now was filmed, it's gone. The look I filmed yesterday is gone. And I don't know what's gonna happen. If I can recover the files, I'll be fine, but like I did swatch videos, and I did yellow, I did gold, and I did white, and they were 3 separate swatch videos that I did, and now I'm gonna have to refilm all of them. Yellow was requested, white was requested, and I just filmed gold because I felt like filming gold. Because I figured gold would be kind of similar to yellow, but not exactly, because of the fact that it's like metallic, and all the gold shades were shimmer shades anyways. So having to pull all of my palettes back out, refilm all of them, and I only have 2 arms. I did yellow on one day and gold on the other. Oh geez. Is it not something that Bruce could have fixed? I mean, I know he's pretty handy with computers. That sucks. I mean, if you film with your phone, you could always upload directly from your phone to YouTube, but then there would be like no editing and no, you know, any of the ums and ahs and ers and, or in my case, headshots. Or forehead shots or gray hair shots. Those don't get cut out when there's no editing. And the video is usually about 15 to 30 minutes long instead of like 10 to 15 minutes long. So there's a lot of times when I'm like doing this, like looking at whatever I'm working with, and all you see is like from here up when I'm filming. So that usually gets cut out of videos. Or if I'm like, so all you see is like this side of my face, I usually cut that stuff out when I'm like digging for brushes. Oh, yeah, that's like sucky. See, I don't understand why they can't work on those while they're, I don't know about you, but if it was me, I would have taken either had one person go to the shop like every day and work on stuff, or like taken some home and worked on, and that's what I would have done. But I'm a small business owner myself, so I know what it's like having to take work home and work on it when you're not at the physical location. So I think this worldwide situation, and I can't say the word P or V or the Q word because it instantly demonetizes me. I don't know how these YouTubers are getting away with saying that Ovaltine word without getting demonetized, because I said the Ovaltine word in a video once and it was instantly demonetized. I used the word pyrus, like papyrus, but with a V. I used that word in another video because I said the global papyrus, and it also got demonetized. So you can't say that word, and heaven forbid you say the C word. You'll get demonetized for that as well. So you can't even like mention those things on YouTube right now without instantly losing all monetization on the videos. It like flags your video, and they like hold it for review, and it's a whole mess. I've had like 4 videos so far that they've done that with, and I've had to hold them and hold them and hold them until they reviewed the content. Oh, that's not good. I mean, if somebody came, like when I had my shop at the flea market where I would set up every weekend, if a customer brought something in, like say Saturday or Sunday, and it was a repair job and it was supposed to be like a week-long thing, and I was supposed to bring it back Saturday, if they messaged me, whether it was text, call, email, I always got back to them during the week and said, oh yeah, it's almost done, or it's done, you can pick it up first thing Saturday morning, this is what you owe. So I don't understand why a business wouldn't. Hey, you're snoring again. I hear you. But I don't understand why a business wouldn't. I mean, that's kind of bad. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not hard to log into your damn email and check. Anyways, so the surprise, since we got updates done, because the videos that I lost, I'm going to have to refilm all of them. I can probably get yellows and golds filmed because a lot of the yellow and gold shades that I had are in very similar palettes. So I will pull all those back out. And, or I can, wait. The surprise that's coming, I might wait to refilm those because the surprise coming has a yellow shade in it, or 2. And a white. So, as you guys know, I follow a brand, an indie brand called Lele Posh. I do have a 10% off discount code with them. I don't earn any money off of it. It's just Rebecca. So if you go to leleposh.net, you can use, or it's leleposhcosmetics.net. If you use code Rebecca at checkout, you'll save 10%. I don't earn anything. It's just a discount code for you guys. So I did place an order with them like a few months back. The owner, Dina, is super sweet. I love watching her stories. I love watching her, like, I went to Walgreens today to pick up my prescription, and the guy at the pharmacy couldn't spell Murphy. Or, I mean, how hard is it for you to figure out how to spell the last name Murphy? I don't understand. So the guy, his name is Derek. She had like these like days and days and days of like Instagram like rants about this guy Derek because he couldn't figure out Murphy, or he couldn't find her prescriptions, or he would tell her prescriptions weren't ready when she showed him the notifications on her phone that said they were ready. Oh, it was like hilarious. I was like in stitches laughing every day watching those, and I'm surprised Derek still has a job. As much as she's complained and other people have complained about him, but I guess Walgreens is hard up for pharmacy associates. But So I started following her about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. I know my friend Angel is an affiliate of hers as well, and she's probably sleeping right now. I did send her a message on Facebook to wake her up, but and I warned her that I'd be going live. I think I've got a Lele Posh shadow in my Shop My Stash. I think. Don't quote me. Oh, I do. Alright, this one here is Mad Love. I'll get to the point eventually. It's this like beautiful lilac shade. I'll come closer to the camera here in just a second. Let me look in the other one and see if I've got one in there too. Almost dropped it. No. But on the counter for something that I've already started working on for next month is this shade here is called Poppin' Bottles. It's like, I'm going to use it as a highlighter. That's why I pulled it. But it's this like beigey highlighter shade. Look at how freaking metallic that is. It's got like multi-dimensional glitter in it that's like different colors. This one here has like yellow or silver or yellow or gold glitter in it. And there, look at this shit. Here, let me move you in front of the ring light. Look at that holy like can you like say absolutely stunning? Anyways, so I love her shadows. I have several of her singles. My favorite from her line is called Serpentine. It's like a black based emerald jewel toned green, and it's gorgeous. She's been posting like sneak peeks and stuff. I know last year she said something about collabing with a few people. She had the Willow collection that came out that helped a little girl. I guess she's had like multiple surgeries for a health condition that she was born with, some sort of congenital disease. So I wasn't able to get any of that stuff because I couldn't afford it. And then I knew she had another one coming up with an Instagrammer called Jessica Lindell, and she's like really big on like Jessica Rabbit kind of stuff. I think that's like her shtick. And so she was working with Jessica on a palette, and she posted she's been posting like sneak peeks and stuff on it on Instagram, but I've been trying to avoid Instagram lately because, well, I'll get into that in a minute. But she was doing like sneak peeks of the palette for each shade and swatches and whatnot. So I always stayed up on that, and the palette's beautiful. There's a couple of shades in there. I'm kind of confused as to why the hell they're in the palette, but that's just me, and it's a personal preference thing for me. The story behind the palette and that kind of thing, I guess I'll have to keep watching to find out why she picked all of the colors. I haven't seen why just yet. But the other day she posted all of the shades and asked, it was like swatches and whatnot, asked what our favorite colors were, and there's like 2 shades in there that are like, it makes my mouth water just looking at them. One of them is like a Granny Smith apple green, the other one's a yellow, there's like a hot pink in there. Oh my god, it's just makes my mouth water. So she asked what our favorite shades were, and we were, left them as comments, whatnot. There's actually 3 shades that I really like in the palette that I can't wait to try. But there was, I guess, a giveaway going on with the post, and I won a palette. I won one of the collab palettes. So that she asked me, when she sent me a message yesterday, she had tagged me in a story. My reply was, "You're shitting me, right?" So that was like, I honestly didn't think that, let me see if I can find it. I gotta pull up Instagram. But yeah, my reply to her was, "You're shitting me, right?" I mean, she should have my address because I've ordered from her before, but I went ahead and sent it to her. What account am I on? I'm on my personal, so. And I have 2 Instagram accounts. Oh, we couldn't log you in. Well, that's fine. We'll do it this way then. And she's been reposting a lot of people lately on her Instagram as well. Okay, so here's the post. You see this like yellow? There's also a green up here, but I don't think it's gonna show up on camera. And then that pink, holy crap. And then there's a white, and I literally only have 3 matte white shades in my collection, and that white looks better than all 3 of them. So, if you go to her website right now, all that's on her website is just the collab. Whether it's the bundle or the palette, I don't know if she's going to be selling the things individually because I haven't been keeping up with her stories lately. But here is and it shows pictures of the palette and all this stuff. It'll rotate through the pictures. This is their website. And that's one of the lip glosses, I believe, or the component for it. In a glitter. Yeah, that's one of the lip colors. There's the glitter. And then that's the palette front. So if you go down here, you can buy the this is the palette. It's $40 for the palette, or if you want the entire, oh my god, the bundle is sold out. The collection says it's sold out. When I looked the other day, it was $150 for the entire collection, and it was on like pre-order. Oh, I'm on the thing, and now it's offering me like a buy thing. I clicked on it so I could look at the pictures. I don't know how to get that damn thing off my screen. And of course, hitting the X just closed it. There we go. So here is the palette. There's a couple of bullet lipsticks. I don't know if those are glitters or lip glosses. And then there's 2 glitter gels. And are you back? Go away. Then there's the palette. Like, these shades right here are like screaming my name. Go away, you. Even the, like, well, this picture looks different than this one. I was like, wait a minute. Go away. This entire, like, these 5 right here, and that hot pink, and then you have a black, a neutral like brown, and a darker brown. I would have done without them. Go away. There's 1 lip color. Are you back? Go. This one is another one. I don't know how well that's going to translate on camera. And then we have Gloves, which is one of her glitter gels. And then here is the other one. What's your problem? This motherfucker at the top is annoying me. I have, where is it? They're in here. I have 2 of her glitter gels. This one is 2020, and these things smell like amazing. They smell like a perfume. So this one's purple. I guess I could show you the lid. It's got like a bunch of different colored glitters in it in different shapes and sizes. And then the other one that I have is Poinsettia. This is the one that I used for my Valentine's Day look. It's got like red and gold glitter in it. So I have 2 of her glitter gels already. And they actually, once you put them on, they stay. They don't go wandering off across your face and flake everywhere and do all kinds of weird funky shit. You don't have to worry about that with those glitter gels. Once you put them on, they stay. I didn't think about it. I was wearing one that one time and I went to scratch and I had a whole bunch of glitter underneath my nails because I had the hearts on my face. I had completely forgot that I was wearing it. So, unless you like are an idiot like me and scratch it off, then they stay. I gotta get my YouTube back up on my iPad so I can see chat. I don't know why it always does top chat. So that is the palette. That was a surprise. So that's something that I have, like, I don't know when she's going to mail it, but I do know that it's going to be mailed. So she's got my address. I want it. It's beautiful. I can't wait. Those greens, the yellow, the hot pink. Again, like the two browns in there, they're not my taste. But you know, I'm sure there's reasons why she put in like the two neutral brown shades and the black. The black I'll be interested to see, because I did the black shadow swatches like a while back, swatching all my black eyeshadows, and some of them were pretty gray or purple or patchy. So it'll be nice to have a nice solid black shadow that actually looks as pigmented as the swatches that she did. So I'm interested to see that. Okay, so now we have two options. We can do the unboxing, or we can go over the Shop My Stash. What do you want to do now? And I need to go get something to drink because my throat's getting sore. All right, unboxing. All right, let me get water really quick. I forgot I put orange juice in my water glass last night. I mean, the water glass was empty, but so I did orange juice instead of water, which is probably what I need anyways. So unboxing. Do you want a hint? I mean, I did post a hint on Instagram yesterday, but it's funny, I'll post something and people won't see it for like 3 or 4 days, and usually when I'm like scrolling through Instagram, when I'm avoiding all the lovely flashing strobing videos that they've been posting lately, because all that shit is popular on TikTok, which is another reason why I won't watch or ever join TikTok. But yeah, I've been avoiding Instagram. I'll go on and I'll post, and that's about it, and then I get right back off. But like every time I go on like my feed or whatever, usually the stuff that it shows me is like 2 or 3 days old. But the newest trend, I guess, is to like zoom in and out really quick and then put flashing and strobing and sparkle effects on everything. It's like I'm at a damn disco party, and it's awful, and I have a seizure condition and migraines, and that's not cool. When you are looking on Instagram and you're scrolling and the things like going in your face, not good. They need to have seizure warnings on those things. They need to put a disclaimer up for the first like 2 or 3 seconds, because when you're scrolling, the thing automatically plays, and it's so bad. I had a migraine for 2 solid weeks, and every time I tried to go on Instagram, even if it's just for like 2 or 3 minutes, those like literally they like zoom in and zoom out and zoom in and zoom out, and then there's a whole bunch of flashing effects at the same time. It was making my migraine worse. So I stopped scrolling on Instagram, and I put up posts about, you know, they need to have like seizure warnings, and they need to put a disclaimer in front of their videos about the potential for seizure warnings. And I could have swore there was a law that stated that you had to do that, but if there is a law, and they're not following it. So yeah, I'm not about to have a seizure trying to look at makeup looks or posts or things like that on Instagram. I just can't do it. And the other day there was a video that I was scrolling, and it was okay. I haven't had a headache in like this is day 4 right now. I've been headache free. Fingers crossed. but I was scrolling the other day and one of those videos came on and it was so bad with the zooming in and out and the strobing effect that I actually started to have heart palpitations. Like I could feel my heart thumping in my chest. I'm like, this is not good. People need to understand that they can't do certain video effects without a warning, because there are people like me that have health conditions and viewing certain things causes problems. So I don't know why there's not warnings, but I could have swore there's a rule on Instagram that says if you use flashing videos or fast moving videos or something along those lines that could cause a seizure, that you have to put a disclaimer at the very beginning. I know it was either Nyx or Stila had a video up of like swatches or whatever, and they had like a swatch, but it had the glitter effect over it, and it was had like strobing stuff behind it, and they got in trouble for it, and then they had to take it down, put a disclaimer in front of it, and it had to be up for so many seconds before the swatch started, so that people like me were aware that there was flashing and stuff coming. And I know Pat McGrath, when she does like her mothership releases, she always puts a disclaimer in front of her posts, so that you know that there's going to be like some zoom in effects or like any type of strobing or flash effects that could affect somebody. And I think for me, it's like common sense, common courtesy. I mean, these brands don't understand that stuff like that could seriously put somebody like me in the hospital. And so I've been avoiding Instagram, I've been avoiding Twitter, because even they're doing it on Twitter too, and I just can't, I cannot, and there's no way to turn off the autoplay feature on either of those two apps that I know of, so I just stopped going on there. I might go on for like 2 or 3 seconds and then I'm gone. Well, one of the brands I follow, I love dealing with the owner. I love spending time talking with them about various things. I love watching their product releases, and I bought from the brand. So the zoom in and out stuff that they're doing for like TikTok and some of the other like young platforms and that kind of stuff, I understand it's to like bring attention, but then if you look at the video footage, like without all the flashing and stuff, the video itself is very blurry. So even like it, like the swatches on this hand, you can see it clearly, right? So what they're doing is they're doing like this, and then when they get really close, it like fuzzes out and it doesn't like correct, and it's really affecting my eyesight. My brain doesn't know what to do with it, so I can't. I can't. So unboxing. So let's see, this box has the label on it. There's nothing there. There's nothing on this side, but this side has it. Any ideas what I got? And any ideas? Come on, Amanda, you know me. What do you think what do you think I bought from BH? What do you think I got in my goodie box here? I already took all the wrapping and stuff off of it. And there's a girl that's been messaging me on Instagram. She says, exactly, you hit the nail on the head. I did buy something extra, or 3. But yes, I got some Zodiac stuff. I was going to say, I told you knew me. All right, so let me get this stuff out. I'm going to be mean. Oh, that was uneventful. I figured it would come blasting out of the shower. Hi. There it goes. I threw my BH box at him. Okay, so there's a girl on Instagram that sent me a message randomly like a couple weeks ago and wanted to know if I had ordered anything for BH Cosmetics recently. And oddly enough, I had. I placed an order at the beginning of the month. Hey, Jason. So the she sent me a message and she's like, how long does it usually take to get stuff from BH? I was like, from order date to receive date, usually 1 to 2 weeks. Why? She's like, well, 2 weeks seems like a long time. And I'm like, well, you figure 2 to 3 days to process, a day to pack, 2 to 3 days, possibly 4 to ship, you know, from them to, because they're in California and I'm in Florida, so it usually takes 2 to 3 days. She was like, oh, well, 2 weeks seems like a long time. I'm like, not really. Sometimes I can order stuff and they ship it like the next day and I get it like within 3 days. So I've gotten stuff within a week, but usually it's a week to 2 weeks. And she was a little concerned by that. And then she got her order and she was like, yeah, see, there's not like my ColourPop order, the very first and only ColourPop order I've ever made, took like a month and a half to get to me from the date of order. So yeah, I can feel that. And you're not, I mean, you're just north of me in a whole other country. But yeah, I don't understand. Well, I understand with ColourPop, they like make stuff to order. It's not like in stock at all times. So that I think also adds to the processing time, is they have to make whatever you order. And so it slows things down. And then they mailed it snail mail. I think I got it through Pony Express. It was really slow. But thankfully it arrived and nothing was broken. So I can't complain. So then she was like asking me questions, and until I got my box, I didn't know how to answer them, because out of all the other ones I had never experienced this. So I got the Libra palette, which is funny because this is the last day of April. I was doing pastels this month, and I didn't realize until I went back and looked at the BH site like this past week. This is a pastel eyeshadow palette. I totally forgot that. But there's something different about this palette. Can you put your finger on it? I mean, it is like a hot pink. It's got pastels in it. But do you see anything different about this palette? Let me move this a little bit and then I'll put it back. Can you spot the difference? Because this is the thing that I was asked about and I was like, no, none of the other ones have done that. The center one's the same shade or same size. See this? See the little things on it? This is the little plastic sheet that's supposed to protect the eyeshadows. They're numbered, but only 3 numbers of them. And if you know, out of all the reviews and videos that I have done on these mini palettes, I always say, I hold it up, I'm like, I'm using shade 1 and shade 5 and then shade 7 and then the center shade, which is shade 9. I've always called these by, you know, I usually say, oh, the pink one that's number 3. I always do them by numbers and I start here at 1 and then work my way around. It's funny that BH did just that. They numbered the plastic that goes inside the palettes. They ran out of numbers. Well, no, because the other palette's different. So I don't, and this is another thing that she asked me. Are they done that way to give you an idea on what to use for a look? So shades 1, 2, and 3 are these pink shades here. And yes, feasibly, this could be a look. Or you could do 1, 2, and 8, which is this one here, which is like a rosy color. I don't even know. It's like a rose color. Or you could do 2, 5, and 4, which is a blue. That blue's really pretty. But I thought it was neat that, you know, they have numbers on it. So this is the Libra. Then the next one I got was the Scorpio palette. But this one here has different numbers on it. It has 1, 3, and 8 marked. And I have swatched the white shade because I did the white swatch video, and this has a white shade in it. But, so I guess they're trying to get us to use 1, 3, and 8 in a look, and those are all 3 matte shades. This is a shimmer. This is a shimmer. There's a crack in this one. I just realized that. And then the center shade is a shimmer. Oh, and the white. The white is also a shimmer. This white. It's like, I barely picked any yet. But this white is like, are you back? Hey, what are you doing? It's like a super icy. What? Hi. Hair on my lip gloss. You say hi to everybody? Say hi to everybody. Are you a good boy? Got a flea on your belly. Where'd you pick that up? Give me that bug. My flea now, you can't have it. Alright. I'll move the box so you can get back in the tub, unless you're going to get in the box, but you're a little too big for that box, son. Don't you knock my bar of soap down. Knock the bar of soap down. So I thought that was interesting that she pointed that out to me, because none of their other like mini palettes have these like numbers on the plastic. I don't put the plastic in the palette. I stick the plastic in here, and then these go in a box in my room. So I don't keep these in plastic. So I got these two. The only one I'm missing right now is Leo, and it is currently on sale on their German website. It is like 50% off, which means that they're going to be getting rid of it soon. So that's the only website they currently have it for sale on, and it won't let me order it from there. I have tried with what little German I can remember from 30 years ago. Actually 31 years ago was the last time I read German. So unless you have like a European address to mail it to, they won't ship it to you. So I'm like, I don't even know if Canada, no, they don't. They had it on the US website for a while, but then it sold out, and then when they restocked it, they only restocked it in Germany. So they didn't restock it here. Avusway. So, which Amanda, you should know what that word means. Avusway? Maybe? I mean, I know you're not technically native to where you're at, but you're Scandinavian. And I know you don't speak the language, but I'm sure you've heard that at least once. Exactly. I think it translates to English as God blesses you, but yeah, it's the French way to say bless you. I've always used it ever since I learned it years ago. So the next thing I got was the palette I've been wanting since it was released, but I'm one of those, I sit and wait until stuff goes on sale. But unfortunately this didn't go on sale, so I actually paid full price for this. So this is the second BH palette I've actually paid full price for. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil Ibiza. Actually it says Take Me to Ibiza. So I guess this isn't part of the Take Me Back to Brazil line. I thought it was. This palette is like holy like 80s, 90s disco. Where are my sweatbands and leotard and hot pants and leg warmers? That's what this reminds me of. And it's got like, she's wearing a bikini that has like those, what the hell are those things called? The things that you take, they make them out of necklaces and bracelets, and they glow. You snap them and you shake them and the thing lights up. How is that thing called? I have the Rio and I have the first two, actually. I can see them from here. So this one's completely different color story wise. The other two are very similar to each other, except for the one palette is all shimmer, and I didn't know that it was 100% shimmer until Jason sent it to me. I was very surprised when I got that. I was like, oh yeah, it's here. Wait a minute. I mean, don't get me wrong, the shimmers, oh my god, they blend just as nicely as mattes do. So I haven't had any issues with layering them or mixing them or any of that kind of stuff. But I was very surprised that they were all shimmer shades. But glow sticks, that's what it is, glow sticks. Like you remember the glow necklaces and stuff? That's what she's got, like sunglasses for a bikini top, and then they've got like the glow necklaces around. And there's like a music CD or record here. Like very 80s dance party. Let me move its little condom. This white shade down here is like crumbly as all get out. It's on like several spots of the palette. And I guess this one's also excited. It's all over the palette as well. I hate it when eyeshadow gets like that on palettes. I do like the feel of this though. It's not like the other two palettes. I think this will be easier to keep clean. But here's this one. And then you get your neutral shades down here and like a highlight shade. This one here looks super chunky though. Oh yeah, Chunk City. Oh, look at the big chunk. Does that blend out? It kind of blends out. Okay, don't blow on it. It'll go everywhere. Ooh, this shade right here is pretty. I like the shade next to it. You know what? I would do a look with those three shades right there. Is there something wrong with me? And that navy blue shade on the bottom. Woo, buddy. I don't know how people don't like color. This shade here is also gorgeous. This one here is beautiful. But I would do a look with these three matte shades right there. Those are so pretty. And that yellow. Holy, that's pretty. There's like a lavender looking like shimmer shade there. I can't wait to play with this. This is so beautiful. The other two palettes, like I said, they're not the same. So this is the Rio edition. This one's the all shimmer palette. And this one here is like the paper background, like the first one. And it's very hard to keep it clean. And with them all being shimmer shades, the shimmer just kind of goes everywhere. It like explodes in the palette. And then the bottom two shades down here are very, very glittery. There's like a glitter overspray on them, which I don't even think the camera's going to pick up. And then here's my first one. And I got rid of my James Charles palette because this palette's actually better. The pans are smaller, but you know what? It's going to take me forever to get through all of the eyeshadows in here. So I'm okay with getting rid of the big, ugly Morphe James Charles patchy as fuck palette and keeping one that cost me more than half the price because I think I bought it for $12.80. Yeah, hands down, BH is better than Morphe. So here are all three of the palettes. Oh, this one's bigger. I didn't know that. Look, it's just a little bit bigger. Let me... You see that? It's just a hair bigger. I didn't know it was bigger. That's what she said. So anyways, I have this now. So those are new. Put these back. I have to rearrange all my palettes. I've run out of places to stick them. Well, yeah, I have issues like that too. Alright, so let me put those aside. The next item that I got, I have tried the NYX version, and it made my eyes burn really, really, really bad. There's a lot of NYX products that make my eyes burn and water, have allergic issues. So I picked this up. I've been looking at it for a while. I've looked at the ingredients. I've looked up some of the ones I didn't know. This is their Base Booster Glitter and Shadow Glue. I figured if I'm going to be doing like artsy looks or if I want like my shimmers to like pop more, I figured I could try this. It's supposed to be clear. It says, use our base booster glitter and shadow glue to enhance shine and lock in the glamorous look of loose glitters and pigments. The cream formula dries clear and keeps glitter where you put it. Okay, so this is for like, yeah, the dome shape on those, it's like fucking up my storage. The last two, the Blue Blood and the Conspiracy one, it completely messes up how I store my palettes because that extra bit at the top takes up like enough space for 3 palettes. So yeah, I hear you on that. So this is interesting because it's supposed to be used for like glitter and pigments and stuff like that, which you would assume would go near your eye, right? This is supposed to be like a base for like shadows and whatnot, correct? Then you get back here at the bottom, after the ingredients and stuff, it says warning. For external use only, avoid direct contact with eyes and keep out of reach of children. Discontinue use if any signs of irritation or rash occur. I'm like, wait a minute. You sell a glitter glue and you're saying you can't use it on your eyes? But here's the packaging. I have their like eyeshadow primer as well, right? I think even their eye primer says not to be used by the eyes. I'm like, it says eye primer on it. And it says on the box, don't use near the eyes. And I'm going, what? No way. I think the primer, maybe it's not over here. I got the Urban Decay one right here. I don't see it on the tray either. Oh, I got a good one for you. I have a pair of BH lashes in my drawer. Warning, for external use only. Avoid direct contact with eyes and keep out of reach of children. I don't even know if the camera is going to focus. Let me... So I have a question for you. These are false eyelashes. If they're not supposed to go on your eyes, where the fuck are you supposed to put them? Can anybody tell me? Because if these aren't supposed to be used on the immediate eye area, where are you supposed to stick them? Am I gonna, you know, make these official headlights or something? I mean, I just... Amanda, it hid your comment. I had to reapprove it. Right? Yeah, like what am I supposed to do with this? Is this a stash? Do I put this here? Oh, I know what it is. It's a goatee. You stick it here because this isn't your eye area and neither is this. So I guess you get one for your chin and one for your upper lip. Is that why there's 2 in the box? Or you could do like the Hitler thing and use the piece that I cut off and stick it right. Probably too much, huh? But I just... And the little glue that it comes with is actually latex free. And I think even like if you look at the lash glue on their website, it says eyelash adhesive right on the little tube. It's supposed to go on the box, but when I used these lashes, it fell off, so I just kind of left it sitting on my tray. But on the website, if you look at the description and the warnings and stuff, it clearly says not to be used in the immediate eye area. I'm like, eyelash glue. What part of eyelash glue does it not, I mean, are you not, am I the only one here? I'm like confused. I just, that's possible. Ooh, eyelash glue. I'm gonna stick it. Are my eyelashes stuck together yet? No, but your fucking eyelid is. So, yeah, you're right. And then because I wanted to get like the free shipping and that kind of thing, I bumped it up. This was like a little over, it was like $2. This is their V9 brush. And I use a lot of brushes that are shaped like this, so I figured why not? It's only $2. It is Edgy Poetry Drink Espresso. I hate espresso. I'm like, where's the cream and sugar? I'm not drinking that stuff. It's brown. Anyways, this is the brush I bought. This is one of the ones I usually use. This is the Morphe M149, but it's like super scratchy. And then this is the BH brush I use. It's 105. So as you can see, I like using this kind of brush. See, but you do a Nespresso. Nespresso, I think, is different than regular espresso. I guess I could take that out of its condom and add it to my brush pile on the counter, since I'm just going to use it anyways. But I like those little pencil style brushes. They're tiny. I can do detail work with them. I can get up underneath my bulgy eyeballs and do work with them. I've got another one that's shaped like that too. I literally, out of all my dirty brushes right now, I have 3 dirty eye brushes. I just kind of have these 2 in the wrong spot. I have 3 dirty eye brushes right now. I've washed everything else. Oh, there's the other one. I see you. Come here. That is a Morphe M560, but it's like pointed at the top, and I don't like that. I wish that this point was gone, and I'm like half tempted to take my haircut and shears to it and just gonna give it a haircut. I want a flat top, not a dome top, okay? So that was the unboxing. Oh God, I've been doing this for an hour. Okay, now we can finally get into the reason for the live stream, the Shop My Stash recap. The single shadows, there's a couple in here I need to just toss, like completely throw out. There's some of these that I tried using this month that were just absolute shit. And so I don't think it was this palette, I think it was this one. It was, yeah, I've had to too, when you have a hairbrush or you have a makeup brush and there's like hairs doing that on it, I'll come in, like if I can do this and the hair is like going beak, I usually come in and I'll go and cut those. But like, or even the like ones that you get up here and they're like, you've got one hair sticking way out the top and you're like, but I've never like chopped a makeup brush before, like to change the shape of it. So most of these are my eyeshadows. I tried using a lot of the pastel shades in here this month, and some of these are just so super dry that they're like, you go to dig a brush in them, even if you're like super gentle. Where's the, like if I do this, it like barely picks up any product. But if I go to the next one, I'll show you what these look like here in just a second. That one I can't even get anything to come up on. I'm just gonna play with all of them. Actually, that one's a Super Beauty one. This one up here is from Suva Beauty, but all the rest of these that you see here, you see the amount of kick up on every one of those shadows? So because these are at least 8 years old, if not older. Oh yeah, look at the sink. Can you see? This is where I was tapping the brush on the counter. Look at this. Is that not gross? And every time I tried using these on my eyes, because they're so dry and they're so old, like literally some of these I've had for 10 years, some of them 12. I was trying to get some use out of them, but it's just really, it's not feasible for me to use a shadow that literally from here down is nothing but what's in the sink. I can't feasibly think that it's going to be okay to keep these shadows that are just nothing but crumbly messes. So all of my shadows that are in here, all the ones that have my label on the back, are all going in the trash. I mean, if I wanted to, I could scrape the pans out and wash the pans and keep the pans as like extra. But yeah, I had, I think, what was it, 100 and something single shadows when I did my inventory. So getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shades out of it, which is fine because, like I said, these are super old. I've had them for some of them minimum of 8 years. I've had these shadows 8 years. Is probably the youngest one that I have. And I've got a few in here, and I did, in that purple swatch video, I swatched one of my purple shadows, and I said it was a Lele shadow. It wasn't. It's called Dark Angel. So if you watched the purple eyeshadow swatch video, that was the one pan that was down here out of like the tray, because I had like all of the Lele shadows. I had the big Lele shadows, and then I had the smaller ones, but the one that was like right about here in the palette was mine, not hers. And then there was like 2 or 3 shadows over here. But yeah, I need to go through all of my singles. Anything that has my label on the back, I think I just need to trash, just because it's taking up room in my collection that I could clear out, something that I don't feel obligated to use because it's so old. I mean, some of those shadows I've got almost pan on because I didn't have eyeshadow palettes before 2018. All I had were singles, and that's all I used was singles, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with just having singles in your collection. A lot of people do that. If I get rid of those 12, it leaves me with like 80 because I've already decluttered some of the shadows. But if I go through, I think I had 49 single shadows from my line of cosmetics. So that cuts my eyeshadows in half, my single eyeshadows. So that would kind of be nice to get rid of half. See, and that was me too. That's all I had was single shadows. Plus, if I had a makeup display out for sale, I had to have a single of that shade that people could use and swatch and whatnot. And I would swatch it and put it on their skin, or I would stick like one of these things in it, a sponge tip applicator. I had the ones that were like double-sided but single use, so these were like cut in half, that I would, you know, put shadow on and hand it to them to test out. So they weren't like sticking their fingers in my eyeshadow, because I'm weird about that. But the thing is that I always had to have, if I had a color for sale, I had to have a single that was able to be used as a swatch as well. And then I would just use them for myself. So it is what it is. The other 2 palette related things are, this one is the one I'm wearing right now. I did a green look today, but of course the footage is now gone. If you caught the beginning of this, you'll understand why. And I'm pissed about that. So now I'm going to have to go back and re-record a look with this palette and re-record a look with this palette, because you'll understand in tomorrow's live stream why I'm saying that. This is the Profusion Cosmetics Wanderlust palette. The brush in here is actually amazing. It's like a really good brush. It's a $10 eyeshadow palette. $10. And there's 21 colors, and some of these feel like they're wet. They feel like a cream shadow. This is an amazing palette. This was the item that was sent to me from my Amazon wish list. This is what I bought as an add-on from Ipsy this past month. This is the IBY Beauty Enlighten eyeshadow palette. I've done pastel looks with this, and then yesterday I did like a neutral look. I actually used the top and second row. I stayed away from color. So, see, yeah, and I've been like watching the site like a hawk. They've like changed the dates of things because their shipping times are different. So when the, like, was it 23rd or 24th, I was like on the website every day, the 22nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, to make sure I got to pick my item. So my item that I picked this month from Ipsy is the Nomad eyeshadow this is an Aperitivo. It's from their Tuscany collection. It's like a rose quartz shade. Yeah, and so I was like, I was on the site, man. And then they did add-ons like the first and second, I think. And I got a brush for $3 that retails for like $16 or $18. I can't remember. And then I got the palette, which the palette retails for like $37, and I got it for $12. I was like, yeah, $12 palette, man. I mean, literally, it's like a third of the price that they sell it for on IBY's website. And it's an amazing palette. It blends easily. The shimmers and stuff can be applied with a dry or a wet brush or your finger. The shimmers can be blended over each other without issues. You can use the mattes on top of other mattes on top of other mattes, and then they don't look like patchy, or you don't get like weird bald spots. Like if you go to build up a matte shadow or you put another matte shadow over one, like some brands, you go to do that and you're like, where'd the pigment go? And you get another brush and you're trying to pack that color on, and then you go to blend and it just flies off your eye, and you're like, the Blue Blood palette does that to me. So if I'm using a matte shadow and I go to put another matte shadow on near or on it, it gets super patchy and looks bald and awful. And so, yeah. Let me move this. So those were like the things on the counter. And then the tray, the eyelashes I think I left in from last time. The lash glue goes with it. So the Nomad is the single that I got from Ipsy. I really like it. I'm glad that I got it. L'Oreal Lumi Bronze. I blame Shelly from Geek Out of Water for this. The Tarte Dazzled Blush, I blame Samantha March for this. The Master Holographic Highlighter, I also blame Shelly for this. The Luna by Luna highlighter, I got an Ipsy, and it's really nice. It's a baked shadow. It's a very subtle highlight, but you can build it up to be pretty blinding. The Space Case Cosmetics eyeshadow or highlighter, this is in A1, 1A. I thought this was like a cream shadow, but when you like press on it, it doesn't like indent like a cream would, but it feels like a cream. So what I've been doing with this is I use like this dry, and I use the little flat like angled side of this, and I kind of swirl it in here and then kind of to get product on. I don't know why I just did that, because that little guy's clean. So I've been using it that way. It's a very, very like natural highlight. If you want a really blingy highlight, get your brush in there really good, spray your brush, spray your face, and then apply. And then you have a highlight like I have on right now, which is actually this one. And that's the only way I've been able to make this actually show up, is I literally have to, I take my spray and I go, and then I take my brush after I load it with product, and I go, and then I take my brush and kind of do this number in the air, trying to pick up all the moisture, and then I come in and I do this to get it to actually show up. Because if not, it's like a highlight, but are you wearing it, but are you not? Like it kind of looks like you have one on, but you're not sure. I don't like highlights like that. I like a highlight that walks up and goes, you're like, she's got highlight on. So, just my personal preference. This, I totally forgot to use this one. The Hi-Fi Shine Lip Gloss is almost completely slap empty. So I'm going to, it's got a little at the top I can kind of get, but it goes up underneath the little stopper. Let me see if I can swirl it down to the, there's like this much product left. So I'm gonna try and get this used up before tomorrow. I think maybe it has 2 uses left in it, maybe 3. I'm trying to pan this. I guess we'll do lip stuff. I'm wearing the Strawberry Lemonade from Dominique Cosmetics. Yeah, see, I think it's funny when Teresa from Teresa is Dead, when she said she wants to look like an alien slut, I'm like, yes! I'm like, give me the glow! The strawberry lemonade lip gloss is actually what I have on. It's like almost gone. I think I've talked it off my lips. It's got some nice pigment behind it for a gloss. But your hair sticks in it. That's the only thing I hate about gloss. I like it. It has like I just bit into a vanilla cupcake kind of taste. No, it's not sweet, but it's nice. I like it. This one here is my Buxom. It's got like this much left. I had like this much of it left when I started this in my project pan. I'm trying to pan this. Lately it's been like really burning my lips, but I've also been having a lot of dry, patchy spots on my lips. So that one's nice. This one, if I can get it to, it's about half. It was about 3/4 when I put it in my project pan. I'm just trying to use it up. This is old. Then the lip lingerie from NYX, I'm not even going to bother with keeping or trying to pan it. I'm going to put it aside because that fucker's going bye-bye. There's a couple of things on this tray that I can't. That dries my lips out. It's caused my lips to actually crack earlier in the week when I tried to mix it with another shade. And I'm not going to mess with a lip product that's going to damage my skin. Pulled the 2 Jeffree Star, one's in Ryland, the other one's Oh My God. I've worn both of those at least once, if not twice this month. And then we have regular like lipsticks. This one I totally forgot I had in here. This one is, what are you? Illamasqua and Cosmic. It's the anti-matter lipstick. It's like a pinky orange kind of, I keep looking at it and it looks all weird and retarded because it keeps, when you go to use it, it smashes into the edge of the, I think I just heard it rattle. Feels like it's rattling in there. Maybe that's why it keeps smashing in the side. It's an okay color. It's not one I prefer, but I'm glad it's tiny. Mine is all the way down. I literally have this much lipstick left. Oh, just let them kill each other, Amanda. Or just send the dog in. So mine I'm trying to use up. The Wet n Wild one is like almost brand new. It's almost the same color. This one's got a hint more purple in it than the other one does. The Bayos one from Physicians Formula I used a couple of times this month. And I've got a little bit of progress in there. But it's really the only like coral kind of shade lip color that I have. I tried to get one at Walmart, but the one I got, it was on one of those like order things. I saw it and I was like, ooh. When I got home with it, it looked like somebody had used it and then stuck their finger in it. So I'm like, no. Then the other lipstick I have is the Flower Beauty one. This is in Precious Spice Petal. It's actually a really nice like neutral shade. So I like that. The mascaras that I have, both of them are going. Like, both are going. Hey, Casey. So this is the one I have on right now, and it's so bad that it's clumping. It's clumping on here, and when you go to apply it, it's nothing but big chunks of mascara. So I even tried using a disposable wand with it that I would wash off every day. And even that didn't kind of help. The formula is, I've reconstituted it at least once. It's time for it to go. It's more than 6 months old. Anyways, the Falsies Flared was the one I bought at Walmart. This isn't even the original one that I got. The original one is the Falsies, and I got it from, I got it in the mail from Maybelline to review, because I took a thing and they asked if I would review the mascara, and I said sure. This is the one that I bought like 2 or 3 months after I got that one. So this one's not even a year old, and it's like when it dries, I can feel it on my lashes. It feels like I've put sand on my eyelashes. And then when it lands on my face, I can actually feel it hit my face. I'm like, it's time to get rid of a mascara when you can feel it fall off your lashes onto your face. It's like having my cat jump on me in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping. It's like one of those unexpected, like, heavy things that lands on your face, and you're like, what just hit me? So both of those are going. It was about time for them anyways. They're both dried out. The ABH brow gel is almost empty. I'm trying to use that up. I'm gonna move my lip gloss over here so I don't forget to use it. The Stila, I didn't even use this month. The, what are you? Wanderlust. This one I don't even know if it's still any good. Oh, I guess it still kind of has some moisture left to it. Last time I tried to use the other one that I have, it was so dried up, the wand itself felt dry. It's a really pretty like peach color with yellow and gold glitter in it. I didn't get like the kitten shade or the cloud shade or whatever the other favorite shade is for everybody to use that product. Concealers, I'm going to keep all of them, but this is the NYX one, the Studio Photogenic one in CW01. Last time I tried to use this, my under eyes were on fire. It literally felt like I had put my peeling solution, my acid peeling solution, up underneath my eyes. It was so bad. My eyes were watering, my eyes were burning, I had to rewash my face. So this is going, I have another NYX concealer that I think I'm just going to go ahead and pull to get rid of because I cannot use a product that's going to burn my skin. Actually, are you over here? Yeah, it's right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that. And that'll be in, I need to do a Project Pan update. And thankfully I haven't recorded that yet. But all of the other videos that I had filmed on that card are now gone. So the concealers, the correctors, the foundation that's in here, I used all of them. I even used primer this month. I'm trying to use up this hydrating primer from First Aid Beauty. It smells like cucumber and it makes me want to vomit every time I put it on my face. But it's hydrating. I think the only eyeliner I didn't use this month, I've got 3 eyeliners I didn't use this month. The Model Co, the Ardent Cyan one I didn't use, the liquid one I didn't use, and then the Sugar Beauty one came from Ipsy. So this was brand new. I only used it for that video and that was it. But other than that, I've used everything else on the tray. Let me pull all the eyeliners. Okay, here's all the eyeliners. I used every one of these this month. That's a whole lot of eyeliners, but I did a couple of like pastel looks and I included these in the looks. So there's 2 from Maybelline, the Lasting, what are you running off? There's somebody calling in the house. Lasting Drama. Then we have the 2 powder pencils I have from BH, the Aero Bright Now, the ColourPop liquid liner in Graceland, and then the 3 from like the kit that Jason bought me for my birthday. I used all of those. And then for brows, I actually had to sharpen this little Monaco thing, and I need to sharpen it again. Notification error has occurred, and it told me goodbye. Probably a scam. So the Model Co brow pencil, I need to sharpen it again. I'm trying to use this up. The BH brow pencil, I was surprised by this, and not in a good way. The product itself, when you go to use it, it's very tuggy on the skin. It's very hard to use. I had to put more pressure on my eyebrows trying to use this. It's a drier formula than most of my brow products. It's very like tough to use it. I guess you could say it didn't glide on like you would expect most like brow pencils to, or at least most brow pencils that say you can just take your fingernail and like kind of scrape at it and it goes away, or you can use like a little spoolie side and just kind of scrub it for a second and it'll go away. This one here, it's like really, really, really hard. It's hard to use, and I've only had it a little while, so there's a lot of product in here. It's going to take me forever to get through this, but it's such a hard formula. You use very little at a time. Like I can do both of my eyebrows with this. I mean, and that's not a lot. And there's quite a bit of product there. So it's going to last me forever. Compared to some of the other ones that I have. The Model one is more of a glide-on formula. It's more like a gel eyeliner type formula where it's easier to get into the brows. But that is everything. Everything that I had pulled for April to use. I'm getting rid of 5 like regular like products that I would use on my face and at least 12 eyeshadows. So that's not bad. I'm getting rid of close, and it's only because they're either old or they're causing issues with me. Like the 3 NYX products, my under eyes burn. So, I mean, why would you use a product on your face that makes your skin irritated? It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that is everything for the updates. Were at the beginning. The surprise was also at the beginning. The unboxing was in the middle, and now I'm finishing up the recap of my April Shop My Stash. I will put all of this stuff aside, and tomorrow what I plan on doing, there is a challenge that I'm doing doing with myself for the month of May. And 2 of the videos for May that were already filmed are lost now. So I'm going to have to refilm with at least 2 items, and that's going to put me behind a couple of days. So, yeah. I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. I wanted to go live before 2 o'clock today because I have videos scheduled at noon. I wanted to go live at least 1:30, something like that. But, yeah. Computer fighting with SD card. But I'm going to go ahead and go. My throat is bothering me. And I need to wash all the swatches off my hands. Even though I use my makeup cloth, I can still see clear. So I need to actually wash my hands. Hey, you're snoring again. I hear you. There's a bug in the tub. Snoring. So I will see you guys tomorrow for my actual picking products for the month of May. And yeah, hopefully you all are having a good day or night wherever you are, depending on what time it is in the world where you're currently located. And I will see you later.